So I've just done the maths, and in order to get everything you need from this store, you actually need 1,569 gingerbread bears, as well as 153,457 snowflakes in order to buy everything just in this store. This doesn't include like gifting your bees with your gingerbread bears or other stuff you want to do with snowflakes. So I'm going to tell you the best all-around Beesmas stuff to get the most efficient things. This will be a natural macro because it's the easiest, and this is what I'm using. Okay, so the first thing we're going to cover is actually the gather. So gathering, it kind of depends on what you're after. Some of these quests do actually require stickers, so if you need to macro with stickers, then go ahead and do that. I was just in strawberry macroing because I need to macro for some things, so that's why I have strawberry on. Do whatever field doesn't really matter for this Beesmas. You can do whatever if you're boosting, macroing, whatever. I normally have them punchy, but that's just me. Next up, we want to collect and kill. So collect, I have my ticket, mondo, kill, loot, and random, just so I can get all the loot. Honeystorm is super important to have, because honeybee bears actually require so much from Honeystorm. This will help a lot. And then I have all my memory matches, because I also need my memory matches up for my spirit bear. I just have all of them equipped because I need them all. And now for dispensers, I always have glue on and nothing else really. You could have robo passes if you're trying to grind robos. I'm not right now. I have max, so I don't have it on, but I would recommend robo if you are struggling. Next up, I have blender. I don't actually really use blender, and that's because my blending, I would normally smelt like 500 things at a time. Like, yeah, right now I'm smelting 482, and it just takes like 2 days, so I don't really use blender because I'm normally playing at least 8 hours. I only macro about 8 hours in sections, so I don't normally use that. If you do, I don't really think it's too important. That's all personal. So next up, we have the Beesmas, which obviously you just want to do everything you have except for your gingerbreads. I don't touche like doing my gingerbreads, and this is because from the time the macro has to actually go to it, claim it, and go back to what you were doing, it's just better to, after every macro session, just go down here and just claim all of them at once. You might lose a little, like one gingerbread, but it just saves so much more time on the macro and getting everything else. And then obviously winter memory match if you have that to go with the other ones. If not, you don't use anything. This page is pretty self-explanatory, I would say. Next up, we have kill. Now, kill for the bosses, I actually have all of my bosses turned on if you can, especially if you're good enough, obviously. Except Commando, you don't need Commando. Stump Snail, you also don't need. I had it on because I was trying to do my stick bugs, which requires defeat one Stump Snail. Yeah, but I have King Beetle on because it can drop gingerbreads, as well as Tunnel Bear and Coconut definitely drop gingerbreads. Definitely these three if you can. I wouldn't say Baby Laugh is needed either way. Next up, we have Vicious Beast. Now, I don't have Vicious Beast because I don't really need them. I actually have 1,100 and I'm still Blue Hawk, so I definitely don't need any more. However, for bugs, I would have Werewolf, Scorpions, and Spiders on as my main ones. Ladybugs and Rhino Beetles spawn too often, and Mantis, they can give you 50 snowflakes, so I would actually have that in, because werewolves drop gingerbread bears. Now, scorpions do drop stuff, but I don't think they drop anything but snowflakes, and I think that's so let's just go ahead and kill them to make sure I'm not tripping. And oh wow, what is this? Server lag. Yeah, they don't actually drop snowflakes, so I do not think they might. If they do, put it on, but I don't think they do. These are what I normally have. Don't have Gather Interrupt, definitely not worth it. So this is my collect and kill tab. You can go ahead and copy this, change some if you need to. Next up, we have Boost. Now, Boost, I don't actually really think it's important except for the sticker printer egg on whatever. I normally have it on basic, because there are some really, really rare stuff you can actually get from the basic egg. Like, there are some stickers up here that you definitely want. It's not Beesmas touche, but it is still very important overall in your macro settings. As you see, you can get some really rare ones that everybody wants. Surely, I guess some now. Surely, wow. Oh, nothing. Yeah, and this is why next up we actually have Hotbar. Unless you're boosting, obviously this is pretty useless. Just a sticker printer of basic is the main thing. Next up we have Quest. Quest, I don't actually need any. I was saving up for my Tide Popper. However, right now I'm not too worried about it. I will actually have my quest on for the sole reason that I'm not using boosting, or I'm not gathering very important stuff. Now, I will have bucket bees on occasionally. That's just me. Personally, you can change it if you want. Now, next up we have Planters. Planters is very odd, especially because some of them drop very specific things. Some of them drop snowflakes, some of them drop gingerbreads. most drop B quips, and B quips isn't really a major thing I'm after. So I would actually normally have it on just my nectars, because I'm trying to get all my nectars up so that I can do some boosting. Now, I don't know red or white, but I do know my blue hive boost. I just want to turn on my nectars into actual vials. Now, there are some specific things you could change. I normally just have mine on motivating, refreshing, satisfying, and then comforting as mine. I will also just go ahead and select all the ones I want to place. So that'd be blue flower, tacky, and pesticide. So go ahead and do this as well. You can kind of change what fields you want to suit you best. Mine are normally pine tree as well as mountaintop. This is normally what mine is. I'll have it as fully grown. I'll also have max planters as fragrance. That's all you can have. I would also have gather player loot. Obviously, you need this on because otherwise you won't actually collect any of the loot, which is pretty bad. I'll have it on this plus one, not off or manual. Have it on the plus one because it's just easier. And set it up something like this. This should vary depending on the player. Do not copy mine. You can if you want, but I would recommend searching them up and doing it yourself because they do change quite often depending on the player. And I think some do drop like snowflakes and gingerbread, but I feel like it's only +1 or +2 a day, which is pretty good. It's not really worth it because they still are really rare to actually drop. So I normally just keep them what I always do. Next is status, which is completely useless. Next is settings, which also is pretty much useless. This is just all personal based. Next is music, credits. These are all useless. Yeah, but those are all the settings I normally have. If I did miss anything, please go ahead and let me know. I'm not too sure if I did, but please let me know in the comments. Also, I do have a bunch of stickers right now from using this. And to prove this works, I already have 5,000 snowflakes as well as, let me check, my 71 gingerbread, which is pretty good. I also have a bunch of stickers that people need. So if you need any, please go ahead and join my Discord and let me know. Link down in the description. Like, subscribe, and I shall catch you on the next one. Goodbye.